got Joe Paterno. He,
oh, God, poor guy.
This
he's
fucking
really
guy
going through a tough time.
Is going to be let go, most likely by the end of the week.
You think so, huh?
Oh, yeah. And he was supposed to have a press conference yesterday.
Right.
And it was canceled. I don't know if it was canceled by him or the university.
They probably told him, you keep this under wraps.
I'm not really sure. But he decided to kind of do a little thing outside his house yesterday.
Yeah.
And these fans that obviously love to have blinders on decided it was a perfect opportunity to have a pep rally outside Joe Paterno's house.
Well, basically, I agree with it because I think the pride in Penn State's history of football is more important
than kid touching.
Well, not even kid touching, apparently kid fucking.
Yeah.
And I think that, kid fucking's bad, but the reality is this is good football.
Yeah.
And you can't throw Joe Paterno under the bus. He did the right thing. I mean, when you hear that someone's fucking possibly an 11-year-old, you shouldn't go to the police. You should go to the university president, because that's what you do if it was one of your own kids.
Yeah.
Like, if he heard that one of his own kids or his grandchild was being molested or fucked in the ass in a shower, he would go to the university president.
Well, football transcends that.
That's what he would do, and that's why all these Penn State fans are not being blinded idiots.
Don't say that on Twitter, because these fucking idiots don't understand. He did what he was supposed to do.
Absolutely. He went to the university president.
He did the absolute minimum.
You don't go to the police.
Minimum. Yeah.
When it comes to children being fucked, he did the absolute minimum.
And he has
just to
so
squeak
much
by.
And he has so much power at that college that he could have got a lot done and chose not to. And that's why I say he's failed as a human being. He has failed as a human being. He did not do what he was supposed to do in that situation.
And even the first kid who went to him.
Right.
Like, I get it's your job.
There's a lot of people that are guilty, Jimmy.
No one did the right thing.
No one.
Except for Sandusky. He knew what he was doing. Guy took the bull by the horns.
So, here's the video outside Paterno's house yesterday. The media showed up. Joe walked out of his house. A shitty house, by the way. If he's such a god in those parts, why not give him a better house?
Got a little lousy house?
I didn't think the house was that great, considering he's a legend, right?
Well.
Hit this.
Earlier this evening, a wild scene with several students outside the home. Joe Paterno actually came out of his house and addressed the students who were in front of his home.
Oh, he's smiling.
We want Joe! And I want you! And I want you guys.
I thought that was a woman.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to tell you how much this means to me. All right? You guys, I've lived for this place. I've lived for people like you guys and girls. And I'm just so happy to see that you can feel so strongly about us and about your school. All right? And as I said to whether you heard me or not, is, with the kids that were victims.
That is a death rattle.
Whatever they want to say, I think we ought to say a prayer for them, because, they were tough life when people do certain things to you. But anyway,
enough of that.
Anyway, I think it's important that I do think it's nice to offer a prayer instead of a phone call to the police.
Yeah.
I think when a kid is possibly being fucked in the ass, a phone call to the police.
No, a prayer.
No, a bunch of years later, offer a prayer.
Yeah.
Then get back to telling them how great they've been.
That should end relationships and friendships. Sorry.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
He sounds like, I forgot the guy's name from Family Guy, with the whistle. The pedophile on Family Guy.
Huh?
What's his name on Family Guy?
Paul?
Herbert.
With the whistle.
Herbert.
Is it Herbert?
Well, that's what everyone's saying.
Okay, he's got that whistle.
Yeah.
Continue, because now the pep rally starts.
Love you, Joe.
Whoa, the guy that didn't do enough. Yeah, let him stay.
Don't call the cops.
Let Joe stay.
Let Joe stay. Yeah.
He was basically telling everyone right there he's done.
Yeah, he's finished.
You think that was adios, au revoir?
Yeah, what did he say there? This was my life, or he was talking kind of in the...
I couldn't hear. He had that...
Well, he's 84 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just...
Oh, the higher-ups at Penn State squashed the press conference. All right.
Yeah, I would assume they don't want him yapping about anything, because anything he says will probably be used in any criminal proceedings.
God, we got the... All right, let's go to Ron in Pittsburgh.
Or
Ron.
civil.
Ron.
Hey, guys.
Hey there, Ran.
Hey, yeah, a lot of people, if you meet anyone who goes to Penn State, we call it the Penn State syndrome. You know, they go there and it's like their shit doesn't stink and they're the best place in the world. It's like the most annoying thing to ever experience if you ever meet a Penn State person.
You know what's... Oh, sorry. You know what's weird? It's like I understand people have pride in the school, and it's got a great history. And I get that people have, you know, it's been great for that whole area of Pennsylvania, and of course, it's an important place. But when you realize that the head coach didn't do what he should have done, it's not like when two staff members are fucking, or if you see like look, if it was an 18-year-old student blowing a coach, and he went to the university president, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you see a kid... or you hear about it.
Just to keep
so let's say you,
right.
okay, yeah, you're right. You hear about that and you don't go to the cops. You're a fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're a fuck. I don't care why you didn't go to the cops. You heard about it. You should have went to the cops or made sure the university president did. Unless the university president said, we're going to the police and then lied to Joe Paterno, then he's off the hook.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for a lot of people at Penn State. Alumni, current students, faculty. It's a tough spot. I get it, but... Paterno absolutely should have done more. And this guy stayed with Penn State past his coaching years.
Well,
That's fucked up.
He must have loved it.
Thanks, Ronnie. Let's say hi to Brian in Philly. Brian.
Hey, good morning. Opie, Anthony, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, according to Philly.com, the Joe Paterno actually did want to call the press conference himself. He's actually the one who contacted the press to say, hey, I want to say exactly what I knew, when I knew it, and what steps I took. But the university higher-ups, all the way up to the president, got terrified of what he was going to say, so they put the kibosh on it. So as many people think that Joe Pa has all the power at that university, that's a very revealing.
They call him Joe Pa.
I know.
They call him Joe Pa. Yeah.
Well, Brian, can I ask you this? He wanted to say a lot, right? You're saying that. So why didn't he do it outside his home last night?
That's why I'm not defending him, because he could have. There are other avenues. He could have actually resigned and said whatever the hell he wanted. But you know
why he didn't? Because he cares more about his fucking legacy.
Exactly.
They also want to protect themselves against civil liabilities.
Yeah.
And if they say one thing that's wrong, then they could be brought up, maybe even on criminal charges. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, look, if he did stuff and he did try to get the cops involved and he thought they were involved, maybe he was misled too. I shouldn't say that he absolutely knew. Maybe he didn't. And maybe when they said don't call the press conference isn't as important if he actually did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
We got this guy. There's a lot of these guys. Vinny, go ahead, Vinny. Vinny.
Hey, yeah.
Go ahead. You're on the air.
I just calling to say that although I think Joe Paterno should have done more, he actually did report it to the university police chief.
Okay.
So he did go up the hierarchy, and this allegation come to in 2002. So actually, Sandusky wasn't an employee of Penn State University at the time the allegation come forward.
So he did go to the police on campus?
He did go.
Okay.
The second guy in charge was the university police chief. So he contacted the AD, the police chief, and he let them go through the due process. Me as a person, morally, I would have called the state police. You know what I mean? But Joe Pa went through the steps that I feel that he should have went through.
Joe Pa.
Well, look, if he did call the cops, I mean, campus cops, I think, have a pretty free range compared to a lot. Don't university police have a certain amount of range that regular cops don't even have, or no?
I think they can...
They're real cops.
They can walk into, like, dorm rooms and shit by just looking in a window and maybe seeing something.
There's a lot...
Shenanigans.
There's a lot of questions that got to be answered. This story. There's a lot to this one, man.
Yeah, I don't want to throw the guy under the bus if he actually did the right stuff.
I don't think I mean,
That's
I
fun.
think everybody's coming down too hard on him.
Well,
You know,
Someone here, TBO is saying if anyone says Joe Pa, just assume they are overlooking the ass rape.
No, of course. Of course they are.
Joe Pa.
Of course
Get
they are.
out of here with your Joe Pa.
Of course.
yeah. I always thought it was Jopa. We would laugh.
Would you?
Jerry and I.
Uncle Paul.
Yeah, I want to be Unc Pa.
Unc Pa.
Sure, that's what my online name is.
Joe Pa and Unc Pa.
Yeah, Unc Pa 57 YRS Young.
Hey, Vinny, why was Sandusky allowed to continue, to stay at Penn State, doing other things?
well, would that be Joe Paterno's place, or would that be the athletic director's place?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I think if I was Joe Paterno, I'd be very uncomfortable knowing the guy was still around.
Right.
Knowing that I'm pretty much a god in these parts, and I know what the fuck happened in the locker room. Granted, he's not part of the football program anymore, but the guy's still around the campus. That would make me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, but he did report it. You know, the university police, if it had happened, ain't it an obligation of a sworn police officer to report it?
Oh, come on, passing the buck now.
More than it is a football coach?
Yeah, I mean, look, if the cop knew and the cop didn't do what he was supposed to do, but I don't know what the cops did.
Did Joe ever see Sandusky after he was told that Sandusky was in the shower with a boy? Did he ever see him face to face ever again?
I'm sure he did.
All right, then for him not saying, get the fuck out of my face, you disgusting man, is, I think, shirking his responsibility.
But maybe the guy denied it and said, like, no, I can't believe he thought that. And, you don't want to believe that about somebody, so maybe he went to the cops and the guy denied it. And it's like, okay, well, it hasn't been proven, so let's see what happens if they can prove that he did that.
I think if you're that close to the situation and it's happened that many times, you know what's real and what isn't real.
Maybe.
You get a vibe about things. You just, without seeing things or hearing things, things are said, little rumor and innuendo ballied about. I think you kind of figure out what's going on.
This guy coached for 31 years. The guys that played football under the Sandusky cat has never said an inkling. They are all shocked.
Yeah,
they're
too old.
adults.
They were too old, you
fucking
idiot.
old for him.
He liked 10-year-olds.
10-year-old boys.
It was a 10-year-old in the shower, not an 11-year-old. What do you have to say to these hardcore Penn State people that just don't want to see it this way?
Oh, I didn't even know that they were that fucking ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you say this shit on Twitter, they come out of the woodwork attacking you. It's like...
Well, no, they came out on Twitter saying that I am in no position to be making pedophile jokes, where it's obviously a joke about tricking your dumb friends
Right.
to Google searching something that'll get them in trouble.
Right.
And I made the mistake of actually explaining the joke, and then they started saying, yeah, I don't know what's creepier than explain the joke guy.
He felt like he had to, you idiots.
Because I don't want to be people thinking I'm making fucking pedophile jokes. Fucking, can you get Voss? Like, Voss would type that into his fucking phone. Let me see here. Really? It comes up on Penn State?
He would be the one you trick, by the way, out of all your friends.
Voss, you didn't know about Michael Jackson's doctor? Type into your phone right now, how to kill a human being. All right, give me a minute. So, wait, so Penn State fans are indignant that Joe Pa did nothing wrong?
A lot of them, yeah. A lot of
They're
them.
fools.
Yeah, they just
A lot of them.
blinded by the passion for the team and the man.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Like Nazis with Hitler.
Hey, Jimmy, what words will, there's a block button, but there's also like a block, and if I knew this person, I'd fucking bite their neck. What worse than why don't you stick to comedy?
It's annoying, but those people are very easily bothered by really slamming them back. I got into it last night with a guy, and I actually deleted some of my tweets after I was like too mean to him because he was just mad that I was doing it. And it was just self-edit. He was a cartoonist, and it was self-editing when I was done. I didn't feel right about it. I was like, I was a little mean for no reason. But yeah, I go after anyone who. Or if I feel someone's being shitty, they should be smashed. Like, you want to attack me in a public forum when I'm not addressing you. Like, if someone doesn't like what you're tweeting, just ignore it. Like, I don't care if people block me and I don't care if they choose not to read what I say. That's perfectly fine. It's not like I'm going to them going, why didn't you retweet me with an LOL? Then they have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if they feel that I need to hear how they didn't like the joke, well, then I'm going to fucking smash them.
And then, but that's what sucks when you smash them. The people that really like you and love you go, hey, man, I've done nothing but tell you you're great. Is that what I got to do to get a retweet? And then you're like, is that what this is all about, fucking retweeting strangers?
Yep. Yeah.
It's just fucking disgusting.
Yep.
Bunch of douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
You bunch of creeps.
In order to tweet something that a few people get and maybe the majority get it and laugh along or something like that, you got to deal with these idiots that just don't understand. And they just don't get it. They're dummies. That's why I just block.
Yeah.
You're a blocking machine, right?
Yes, blocking machine.
Blocking machine. Yes, Jim.
I don't think you block as many as I do, though.
No, I give some people the benefit of the doubt. I gave one guy the benefit of the doubt last night. He fucking kept tweeting the same thing to me probably 5 times. And it wasn't even something I could respond to. It was a statement. And I'm just like, I don't care. Stop, knock it off. And I reported him for spam and blocked him.
That's the best.
I'm crazy.
Opie,
crazy like that.
What's the next breaking news after Selena Gomez? I got Selena Gomez pregnant.
Pregnant. I don't know. Well, we'll have to sit on that for a little bit. You know, when you realize that Twitter's not about the numbers, then it's so easy just to fucking just go blocking everybody.
But the numbers mean nothing unless you're over a million.
But for a while, I think everyone looked at like your number like, oh, I got to get that number up. And then when you realize it's horseshit, then you block as many people as possible to keep it fun.
I mean,
keep it fun for yourself.
I mean this as a positive towards Dane. It's the Dane Cook syndrome where, like, he really social networked the shit out of getting people to come out. But, like, he was the anomaly. He was the one guy. Like, no one's going to see any, you know. Jimmy, where's the next antisocial thing?
It's January. What a great plug. January 15th.
Wow, what happened there?
That's a fair question.
No, he went from Dane Cook to you without, like, a bridge.
Because he's saying, well, we both do arenas.
It's like hitting a plug pothole.
I think he just
driving along and then bam, plug.
I think Jay Moore just jumped the river on a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
There was no connection between the Dane Cook and the...
Right.
No, let me listen.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
You're radio for that, right?
This is my living. January 15th. It's going on. It's the Sunday night before Martin Luther King birthday.
Second show going on sale.
Yeah, first one is totally sold out with me, Artie, Stanhope, and Attell. And hopefully this one will sell out, too.
And
it's on 9 a.m. Friday. What's that?
And you're going to do radio for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, just this show, I think. I mean, if anybody else wants me, I'm sure I'll be available.
Jay, where are you going to be, brother?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Addison. I saw that on your Twitter. Addison is this week?
Yeah, I'm driving to Shit Kicker Radio right now.
Are you doing more?
You're in the Dallas area. I like that Addison improv.
That Trace Watkins was in here last week. Y'all know each other?
All right, Jay.
So, yeah, Joe Pa's got to go because, look, and I love Joe Pa. And I love Penn State. I love Joe Pa. I love my dead gay son. But you have to report it to the police and not your fucking manager. If you're at fucking McDonald's and someone's ass raping a child, you don't go to your fucking manager and go, hey, I think there's kid raping going on. You go to the cops.
Yeah.
So long, Penn State.
Wow.
Yep. That's,
all right, Jay.
That's a bold statement.
Sugar! What the fucking do, Joe Pa over there?
Sugar.
I don't feel that. Do it a little harder, Sandusky. What do you fucking do over there?
All right there, Jay Moores.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Moore.
Keep me posted on that breaking news, man. It's amazing.
I got a good one coming up. Thanks, Jay.
Later, sir.
All right, Jay Moore.
DM me that right now.
Jay Moore 37 on the Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey, one more thing about Joe Pa.
Joe Pa.
Speaking of Twitter, we got to thank Mr. Coffee Says.
Oh, yeah?
He just sent me what he's calling the greatest Joe Paterno interview of all time. I have not heard this before. You got it there? Yeah. Listen to this fucking thing. It's only 2.5 minutes.
We are expecting Coach Joe Paterno at any moment. And, well, how about that for timing? We have the legend, who a long time ago sat in my living room recruiting my brother, the head coach of the Penn State University.
Hey, you're going to have to speak up. There's a lot of people around here.
Well, we welcome you in, Coach, and what I was saying is that you sat in my living room recruiting my brother a long time ago, so I've been a Penn State rooter for a long, long time, being from Philadelphia. Can you hear me, Coach?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
All right, well...
Hang on just a second.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, see if you can get that. I can't hear.
Are you there?
I'm here, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Is there any way
think...
you can speak up?
I'm screaming into the microphone as it is now. I mean... And he's live on the air, so I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. So I don't know if the noise is too much there that he can't hear me or what. I don't know.
No, we're in a pretty quiet area.
Okay, well I'll try it again. Yeah, let's absolutely.
Here we go.
Can you hear me, Mad Dog?
Coach Paterno, I can hear you great, and I don't know if can you hear me?
Up?
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, Coach. I can't talk any louder than this.
I'll tell you, I'm having trouble hearing you.
All right, well, why don't we hand? What can I do? I can't. Can you hear me now? No, he can't hear me. I can't yell any louder. We'll just have to let this go. I'm sorry. We just can't do it. I can't yell any louder than that. I can't. I literally was screaming. Oh, well.
Can you hear me, Mad Dog?
That makes it bad.
Daniel. Or Danielle in Jersey. Go. You're on with Vinny.
Oh, Vinny, you are so wrong. It's not even funny. First of all, Joe Paterno did not go to the police campus, or the campus of police. Okay, what he did was he went to Curly. Because you know when you...
Oh, God.
Looks like he's fucking 10-year-olds in a shower. Hey, Mo, hit him with a wrench before he penetrates that boy. Why don't you use this hammer on the boy? Hey, don't give him any ideas. He's already screwed up their lives. Come to Curly. I'll help you.
For anyone that wants to discuss this seriously,
call him Joe C.
Please don't say Curly. When are you going to learn? Just say Mr. C or something.
Oh, by the way, we were wrong about the chant outside. Somebody on Twitter has cleared it up. They were not chanting Joe must stay. They were chanting Joe DeRosa's gay.
Well, that's accurate, at least.
Must have saw the podcast. Danielle.
Hey, Sandusky, get off that boy. Mo's coming.
So we didn't.
Speaking of Mo,
Yeah, give me a wrench or something.
We didn't hear.
shut up, Chip.
We
I'm
didn't.
the fourth Stooge.
We didn't hear past the Joe Paterno went to Mr. C. So continue.
Okay, listen, I have to start by saying, I love you guys. And
Thank you.
I only got my satellite video just for you guys.
No one gives a shit.
I know it is a shame because they're a horrible company, but I love you guys.
All right.
But anyway, Joe Paterno did not go to campus police.
Who did he go to?
Yeah, who did he go to?
He went to Shemp. He went to Curly.
I just told you not to say Curly. How what are you doing with that young boy? Get that penis out of your mouth. Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch his testicles. You're going to give him a complex when he grows up. Hey, I'm warning you. Get your dick out of that boy's asshole. Yeah, take your dick out of him.
For the love of God, don't say that word.
Hey, you're making that boy gay.
Danielle, it's important, though. Joe Paterno didn't go to that guy. He just went to that guy, not the campus police, you're saying?
That's exactly correct. Yeah.
And
Wrong answer. Read the newspaper, girl. The fuck currently resigned.
Hey, what's he doing? He's giving that boy a Roman war helmet. Oh, knock it off! I think I see blood! Oh, boy! He's putting his balls and his penis in his mouth. Wait till Mo gets a load of this one.
why would you say his name if you want to discuss this seriously?
Yeah, it looks like they're hitting with wrenches and stuff.
Holy fuck.
Ah, Chip again. Hey, Chip, shut up.
Yeah, what's that?
Holy fuck. All right, so Vinny's saying he did go to the campus police. And Danielle's saying no, he went to that guy.
Yeah.
It's in the newspaper. Two of them resigned. One of them is, and the other was the head of campus police.
That's right. All he had to do was report to the police. You have your facts wrong, Vinny, but like most of the people that are blinded by Big Bad Joe Paterno and Big Bad Penn State, right? You're not understanding that there's victims involved. So if it was your son getting torqued by a big fat bastard, you're going to go and tell Curly instead of...
Hey, what's he doing? I think that's a 69 position. Oh, boy, I see blood going down the shower drain. I'm him, that boy. You charlatan? Oh, boy, he's holding his head. I never saw that sexual position before. Mo's done that to me plenty of times.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. What, are they going to hit with wrenches and stuff, too?
Hey, Chip.
You put on a good show.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Yeah.
Thank you,
thank you,
Vinny. Thank you, Danielle. All right, we got Jay Moores. Jay Moores.
Ladies,
Jay.
see what I did? You guys are all guys, but I called you ladies, like right away, breaking balls or something.
What a hump.
Yeah, how about Jay Moore, but not less? I don't know. I fucked up.
Oh, you had it. And how? Right now would be a really good time for Joe Paterno to go full old.
Really?
Yeah.
Full old.
Just walk around with $16 and change in your pocket and going, I'm an Easter egg. I'm an Easter egg.
Hey, Jay.
It is amazing what that lady just said. You're going to report it to Curly?
No.
Hey, I'm warning you.
Because I've never seen that position before. That's because it's always behind me.
So,
I don't know why I just did dice Curly.
hey, Jay, you know a lot about sports, way more than us. What's your take on this whole fucking thing?
Death sentence. Paterno's gone. Well, you broke the news, Opie. That's why I was calling is, how many news stories does Opie have to break before people stop breaking his balls about breaking news stories?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm on a good fucking roll right now. Leave me the fuck alone.
But in fairness to us,
appreciate it.
Jay knows more about sports, but we
Way
know more
more.
about molesting.
Yeah.
And you know more about that. I tweeted last night a joke, and people went fucking crazy.
Yeah, I saw you all over the blogs.
And then I just deleted every tweet that I've ever done. And then people are like, we deleted his tweet. He must be apologizing.
No.
I'm like, no, I deleted 6 months of tweets.
I delete tweets all the time just to clean up the timeline. You got to clean it up every once in a while because some people want to, spend some time on the timeline.
Jimmy will love the joke because he hangs out with people that he could actually, like Bob Levy and Voss, you could totally trick into this.
Right.
I said, when your friends ask you about Penn State,
See if you can trick them into Google searching 10-year-old boy anal sex.
See, that's a funny line.
Why would you take that out? That's a great joke.
Yeah, there's still humor in this fucking thing, you know, but also some seriousness.
Because then it was the meltdown that ensued of me calling everybody on Twitter lemmings, and why don't you stick? I think my best line ever, one that's still up, is why don't you stick the following?
Yeah, you described Twitter. You described Twitter last night perfectly as well. This whole thing's just a fucking goof, and too many people just attack you and get way too serious about it.
If there was no Twitter or no Facebook, Jimmy and I's audiences would be the exact same amount of full or empty, depending on what town we were in. There's never been a club that Jimmy showed up at and went, "Holy shit, Twitter's moving the fucking tickets."
I know. I've had a few. I've had a few people. I don't think Twitter sells much.
No, I don't think so either. But
maybe like 2 tables of people.
Jay,
yes, sir. Hi, sweetie.
Just keep me on track a little bit. Paterno, though, man, should he have done more? Are we wrong about this? What's your take?
He should have gone to the police. A fucking kid's getting. It's not like, hey, I think it might happen. Like maybe it was inappropriate. Like a guy went to Joe. And his Joe always has that giant snot in his nostril that he doesn't know is there. That fucking dry one, that cornflake at the bottom.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Look, man.
It's true.
Joe was put in a tough spot, but fuck, man.
What's a tough spot? If the kid's getting raped, you have to go to the cops. You don't tell the fucking AD.
I agree. And that's what he should have. But for some reason, he felt like he was in a tough spot and didn't want to do that, wanted to do the bare minimum.
He thought he was in a tough... Look, I'm a huge Penn State fan because you have to go to fucking class. And that's why this didn't hit me hard, but that's why it hit my sensibilities hard, was this was like one of the few institutions that you have to go to class. Like now we're left with like Stanford, Notre Dame, and TCU is the only places you actually can be a student athlete. So for Joe Paterno to do the bare minimum, that's criminal negligence.
Oh,
I agree.
Wow.
I agree, man.
Kid getting anally raped. Hey, yeah, kid in your shower. He's getting anally raped by that coordinator there. Oh, my God. He doesn't even work here anymore. Oh, my God.
That's fucking great, Norm. Jesus Christ.
They let him keep an office on campus, which was per his retirement package. Like, I mean, if you guys knew that was happening and the person kept their office down the hall, I mean, granted, you got Roland.
Yeah. I have a guy on the mic next to me.
Yeah.
Hey, always legal.
Sure.
Barely, yes.
Barely.
But legal.
As Attell would say, on the anti-social tour, nothing illicit.
Nothing illicit. Illicit.
Tell me,
thank you.
Captain, yes.
Yeah, and the guy was able to stay at Penn State with a lot of people knowing what the fuck went down. That's crazy shit.
The AD, they're going to do jail time. Like, they're going to be an example of the AD and Curly and these fucking guys. Hey, why I oughta? You oughta what? I oughta use a condom.
Hey, I'm not built for prison, you know.
Gee, we have to...